Meanwhile, rebuilding from the rubble and ruins continues in the city of Tacloban. Top priority is providing permanent shelter for residents who lost their homes at the height of the deluge. Freddie Abando reports.
Tacloban is a highly urbanized city, the economic and educational hub of the Eastern Visayan region. For the past 5 years, it has emerged as one of the major growth centers of the country, a model for development. November 8, 2013 changed the future and fortunes of the city forever. Super Typhoon Yolanda unleashed its overwhelming power of rains and winds. It was hell for the people. It ravaged the entire city. Yolanda's devastating blow spared no one. Coastal communities were swept by the storm surge. Power lines were knocked down. Infrastructure, to include roads, bridges, hospitals, schools, were damaged and destroyed. So with the center of economic activity, the malls and markets, banks, and small and medium-scale businesses. The operation of the airport was the only lifeline to save the people. The national government and the global community quickly responded to the call for help. It was a time of tragedy and tears, with the loss of thousands living in the city and swept from other areas by the rampaging waters of the storm surge. Rising from the rubble and ruins seemed impossible for the people of Tacloban. In unity, the city's leaders, led by Mayor Alfred Romualdez, and the people held on to each other to charter their destiny. It was a time for rebirth and renewal, driven by the hearts to care for each other, heal the wounds of despair, never losing hope to overcome the odds. Failure is not an option. Citywide consultations led to the drafting of a master plan to rebuild Tacloban. The plan will address areas of concern with shelter as the top priority. There is a new township to be built north of the city, far from the coastal areas, to prevent a repeat of rampaging waters in the event of another super typhoon. Initially, transitional homes are under construction with the help of foreign donors, local NGOs, and even individuals. The city government's employees spend their weekend helping the survivors build their future homes. Electricity and water has been provided. Livelihood programs help survivors of the storm to lessen their dependence on relief goods. By the end of the year, all of the remaining survivors living in tents will be relocated to the new township. For the long term, construction of permanent housing has been started with the National Housing Authority and the city government as partners. The private sector has contributed their share to the biggest concern to restore the economy of the city. In recent months, there has been a turnaround. Malls have been reopened. The banks are back in business. The markets are alive with activity. A major concern is the reopening of the Tacloban airport and the full operation of the port. The airport will boost tourism and trade since Tacloban is the gateway to other provinces of Eastern Visayas. In almost a year after Yolanda struck, Tacloban is on the road to recovery. The people's persistence and patience will sustain their drive to reverse their misfortunes. For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.